Previously, we saw how to perform CRUD operations in or using connected architecture in ASP.NET, or we can say in ADIO.NET. Today we will see CRUD operations in disconnected architecture or using disconnected architecture. We will see same database and same form design. We will use many things same which we used in connected architecture. To avoid lengthiness of video, we will see many things in fast. So for detail, please refer CRUD operations in connected architecture or using connected architecture video. Now let's start this video. New database, CRUD disconnected DB. We can give any name. Okay. So this is the database. Previously we have created CRUD connected DB. We will create similar table. Select CRUD disconnected DB. We are creating same table foldering and columns, and columns are ID, name, quantity, unit, price and container. Select this and execute. Command completed successfully. Here we can see tables. Refresh. Here table is created. And this is design of table. Here we can see primary key and identity. Is identity? Yes. First we will insert only 3 rows. Now rows or records are inserted. So this is the foldering table with 3 records. New project. ASP.NET Web Application. Name of project. CRUD in disconnected architecture. OK. Select empty. Right click on project. Add new item. Waveform. CRUD. CRUD disconnected .aspx and add. In design, insert table. This is the design of form. And set these IDs for text boxes. these IDs for text boxes. Set these properties for buttons. Right click, view code. First we will create connection string strcon is equal to data source is equal to right click and connect. Now here we can see server name, control C, control V and semicolon. Click cancel. Initial catalog is equal to database name is CRUD Disconnected DB. Right click here, rename, control C or right click again, copy and control V or paste, semicolon. Integrated security is equal to SSPI, double quotes complete and semicolon. So this is the connection string. SQL connection, we need one namespace using system.data.sql client. Now SQL connection class, object of this connection class con is equal to new SQL connection, and here now here connection string strcon string query is equal to select star from this cold drink, select star from cold drink, SQL data adapter class and object is equal to DA is equal to new SQL data adapter, select command text, comma, select connection, command text means query, comma, select connection. So here connection object con. Data set, we cannot see data set. We need namespace using system.data. Now we get dataset here, dataset class, object of this class ds is equal to new dataset, then da dot fill ds to display records. We need grid view control, so we are taking grid view control. In data grid view control, double click or drag. And ID is gridview1. Gridview1 dot data source is equal to ds and gridview1 dot data bind. Save this. See in Google Chrome or in web browser. Now here we can see all the three records from table cold drink. Now we are taking new method. Read records and select all this code, then cut this code and paste here. Select this line, cut this line and paste here. So there is no need to write this line again and again. And select this SQL data adapter DA, Control C, Control V, semicolon, and select this data set DS, Control C, copy this and paste here, Control V and semicolon. Then build solution. Build succeeded. Here we cannot see any error, but we can see the field CRUD disconnected.da is never used, and here the field CRUD disconnected.ds is never used. So remove this SQL data adapter and remove data set. Build solution again. Now here we cannot see any warning with green underline. In page load event, call this method. See in Google Chrome or web browser. Now also we can see all the three records from table cold drink. Now if we click on grid view, we cannot able to select any row or any record. So here in design, grid view 1 properties, select events, and in data, select this row data bound and double click on this row data bound. Now here we can see row data bound event of grid view 1, and here type the code as it is. If E dot row type is equal to data control type dot data row, and in curly braces E dot row dot attributes in square bracket in double quotes on click is equal to page dot client script dot select get postback client hyperlink, and then in round bracket grid view 1 comma in double quotes select dollar plus e dot row index semicolon e dot row dot tooltip is equal to click to select this row. This line is important. Now if we see, and now if we click on this grid view, now we can see error invalid postback or callback argument. Page enable event validation is equal to true. So here we can see this error. To remove this error, in source first line page language is equal to C sharp. At the end of this line here select enable event validation is equal to false. Save this, and now if we see again, and now if we click on grid view or on this row, we cannot see error. And if we click on this second row, if we click on third row, here we can see page is refreshing. Click on any row, page is refreshing. So now we can able to select any row or record. Now here we want to show selected record or selected row in these text boxes. And now if we see, now here we can see, click to select this row. If we click on first row, Here we can see first record, and if we click on second row, we can see second record, and if we click on third row, we can see third record. So now we will see how to insert, update and delete in disconnected architecture. Now we will create code for insert button. Double click on this insert button. First we have to fill the data set. These things will be same, so copy this code from read records, copy, and here paste here. We have taken this string select command text, comma, SQL connection, select connection. So here we have passed query, comma, connection object con, and also we can see select command text, comma, select connection string. So we can pass directly this connection string also, this connection string. So here we can remove this line, and here then this connection string strcon, strcon, and now data row dr is equal to ts.tables dot new row. Dr in square bracket 0 is equal to txt id dot text dr data column, and here we can see int column index. So here this is index 0, and copy this line and paste for 5 times. Now here index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here now like this, name, quantity, unit, price, and container. ds dot tables, and here index 0 dot rows dot add in round bracket. Here we can see data row, so dr, and ta dot update, here ds, and here review 1 dot data source is equal to ds dot tables div 1 dot data byte. So this is the code for insert button. And now if we see ID 4, name, sprite, quantity 1.75 unit liter, so L, price 85, container bottle, click on insert button. This code will work, but here we can see update requires a valid insert command when passed data row collection with new rows. Here we can see this exception. So now in this case we have to add this line SQL command builder CMP is equal to new SQL command builder, and here we can see empty constructor or SQL data adapter. So here we can pass data adapter object this DA, and now click on insert button. Now we can see till now 3 rows or 3 records in table in data set, and now ds.tables.rows.add dr. After execution of this line, now this row is added in table in data set, but here in actual table we can see only 3 records. And now after execution of da.update ds, this line we can see fourth row or fourth record is added or inserted in actual SQL table also because of update method. And in grid view also we can see this fourth record. Thus we can add or insert record in disconnected architecture. Now we will see how to update record in disconnected architecture. Now double click on this update button and copy code of insert button and paste here. These things will be same. First, we will fill data set with data, that is, with all records from cold drink table. Means fill data set with cold drink table instead of new row dot rows square bracket, and here we can see int index. Now we require index int selected index, so s index grid view 1 dot selected index, but we cannot able to take this index, so we need to declare this variable s index as global. So and remove this int from here, and now here we can able to take s index. We are not inserting or adding new record, so remove this line, and now if we select this fourth row or fourth record, click on update button. Now we can see s index is equal to 0. We are not getting proper selected index, so static int s index. Now if we select fourth row or fourth record, now instead of bottle, here we are taking can, and here 82. Click on update button. Now here we can see is index 3, txt id 4, and txt name sprite. So here we are getting proper index, and here sprite. Data set. Now here we can see can and 82, but in actual table here we cannot see any change. Record is changed or updated in data set after execution of this line. Till now here we cannot see change in grid view, but here we can see change in record sprite 82 and can. And now here now also change in grid view. So in this way record is updated. Now instead of indexes we have taken ID, name, quantity, unit, price, container. These column names. Now suppose if we select 3 and here instead of can, if we type bottle and update, now also we can see index 2, text ID 3, text name Pepsi, and record is updated. Here we can see bottle. Now instead of 27, if we type here 50 and update, now here we can see 50. So in this way also, instead of indexes with column names, we can update a record. So now we will see how to delete record in disconnected architecture. Double click on delete button. Now we can copy the code of insert button or we can copy the code of update button. So select the code of update button and copy and paste here. Now these things will be same. We are not inserting or updating record, so remove this part of code. In code of insert button we can see ds.tables.new row. Here we can see dot new row, and in code of update button we can see dot rows. But here we are not taking new row or rows. So remove dot rows as index. Dot select gets an array of all data row objects. But here we can see error. Cannot implicitly convert type system.data row square bracket to system.data row. So here we need square bracket. So now we cannot see any error. And now we want to delete the record. So dr dot, now we cannot see delete here. So dr square bracket dot, now we can see delete, and here we can see syntax error, value expected. So type 0 in square bracket, and now this is the code, and dir.update ds and and remaining code will be same. So this is the code for delete button, and let's see if code is working or not. Now if we select second record of Mountain Dew, click on delete button, till now 4 records in dataset, and after execution of dr in bracket 0 dot delete this line, till now here we can see 4 records in database, and after da.update ds, now we can see record is deleted, but second record of Mountain Dew is not deleted and first record is deleted. So first record is deleted. So here id is equal to txtid.text, and now if we select this third record Pepsi, and if we click on delete button, now we can see txt id 3, so id is equal to 3. These are 3 records in dataset, and dr in square bracket 0 dot delete, after execution of this line, now here we cannot see id 3. In real database there is no change, and after da.update ds, now we cannot see third record in SQL database also. In grid view we can see this Pepsi till now. Now in grid view also we cannot see Pepsi with id 3. In this way we can delete record in disconnected architecture. Now we have SQL command builder here, because if we comment this and if we see, and now if we try to delete this fourth record, we can see exception: update requires a valid delete command when passed data row collection with deleted rows. So here we have taken this line. We can take this line here also after DA, or we can take this line here also before DA dot fill DS. Suppose if we take this line here, and now if we see, now we cannot see any exception or any problem here, and here record is deleted. So we can take this line here also, here also. So we will see SQL command builder in detail in future video. When we saw example of CRUD operations in connected architecture, at that time we used con.open and con.close everywhere. But here we cannot see con.open and con.close, means connection open and connection close. And also in connected architecture we used data reader or SQL data reader, and here we can see data adapter or SQL data adapter. And also we have used dataset, or we can use data table also. So because of these things, this is the example of CRUD operations in disconnected architecture. That's all for CRUD operations in disconnected architecture or using disconnected architecture. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel and like and share videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.